This is Fabric and Stencils on steroids. Check it out. Hello, good people. This is Sherry, and today I'm going to show you how I add strips of fabric to a lightweight paper and then put it through my foiling machine. Now, what I'm calling my foiling machine is a $20 laminator from Walmart. That's what I'm using to heat set my foil. I wanted some light colored fabrics, so I pulled out some of my light colored fabrics and I'm cutting them into strips. I've wanted to do this for a while and I finally got a chance to do it. I've used a lot of my African fabric and cut it into strips and laid it out on wood. Today I'm going to lay my strips out on a light color paper. It's tracing paper, actually. And here it is. This is in my Amazon store if you want to get this. So I wanted a light paper because I'm going to want to attach this, my fabric to either wood or leather or watercolor paper. I'm preparing my paper by laying down glue. I'm going to glue each strip and then I put some glue on top of the strip because the next strip is going to lay just over that, and I need it to lay down to be glued securely. So that's how I'm doing this. I'm a fabric holic. I love all kinds of fabric. And I work a lot with African prints, but I also have all kinds of other fabrics. So I decided to work with some of my other fabrics today. And if you're new here, I'm Sherry, owner and designer for Sherika Originals Handcrafted Gifts, where we help you create jewelry for those who are deliberately different. I don't normally sell my jewelry. What I do is I sell supplies to people who make jewelry. People who want to make jewelry that is different and unique from what everybody else is doing. That's what I'm helping people to do. We're also the creators of the Hobby to Hustle community on the school platform. We invite you to join. We have some information about how to start making set yourself up to be able to make some money with your jewelry if that's what you want to do. For I love to just lay this fabric down like this in strips. I mean, just random strips. I don't really have a plan on how I want to lay them. It's relaxing to me for some reason, even though it can get to be a little bit messy, but I always love the result. If you like what you see so far, give me a thumbs up. According to the statistics that YouTube gives me, most of my subscribers and viewers watch on TV, but you can still hit that little thumbs up button on the TV. There have been times when I want to make a comment on somebody's video and I'm watching on my TV, so they make you have to get your phone and log in and all of that. And, that can be kind of interrupting sometimes, but it's easy to hit that thumbs up button on the TV. So go ahead and do that for me. That lets YouTube know that you like the video and it will send it out to more people. So this is the back of my material. It's a little bit wrinkled because, the material was thin, but it's going to straighten out. Now, I have my stencil, and I'm going to put this gel over my stencil, and so that I could use my foil. And I prefer to use heat set foil. You don't have to heat set it. There are ways to apply the foil without heat. I just tend to really love the result that I get from the heat. When I'm putting the gel on, I'm trying to get it kind of thin. It turned out that some of it wasn't as thinly applied as I wanted, but it worked out. If you really love my videos and would like to make a donation to the channel, there is a link in the description where you can do that. No pressure, I'm just making it available. Now I'm going to lift my stencil. I try to lift it with a clean lift so it won't smear. I'll leave it to dry. It takes, a little while, 30, 45 minutes or so. So it's mostly dry. The areas that were really thick didn't turn clear like it does when it's totally dry. But I think I can work with this the way that it is. I'm going to use some foil that I've used before, and I'm going to put some paper over the foil to protect it. So now I'm going to run it through my laminator. This machine has 3 settings, 3 mil, 5 mil, and cold. So I put mine on 5 mil, and I think that's the thickness of the material. I had to run it through twice, and this is the second time that I ran it through, and my paper got stuck this time where I didn't have the foil. So I had to work to peel that paper off, but I got most of it off. Now I'm going to attach my fabric to some watercolor paper. And like I said before, I could put it on leather or wood as well. I'm using tacky glue to attach my fabric to my watercolor paper. I'm turning it over and going over the back with this plastic just to make sure that I get it attached securely. Now I'm ready to cut some earrings. I'm going to use my Sizzix die cutter to cut one pair of earrings. I have to cut my material down so that it could fit into my Sizzix. So I'm just cutting just what I need for one pair of earrings. Before I cut, I'm going to paint the back. At this point, I would put some type of sealer on my earrings. I normally use UV resin, but for some reason I was doing a couple of different things and I skipped that step. But normally I would put a sealer on this foil. All right, here's what we have. I love the way that the colors came together on this, and the gold foil just really just tops it off. Let me know what you think. All right, good people, this is Sherry, and you know the drill. Please give me a thumbs up, share, a comment, subscribe if you're new here and are interested in DIY videos. We have over 1,000 videos. All right, good people, this is Sherry saying, as always, be blessed.